Oh, hello! Welcome back to my Chanel. You guys seem to love my last makeup tutorial, so here is another one. I was very inspired by trad goth makeup, so this is the look. If you'd like to see how I did it, just keep on watching. And so it begins! Here is my naked face. Off camera, I have moisturized, toned, and primed my skin by washing it. How novel. And I'm also moisturizing my lips using the Bella Spirit by Chaz Dean Restorative Lip Treatment. This is one of my favorite things. I always apply this and let it sit while I do the rest of my makeup, so my lips are perfect. So my lips are moisturized and ready for lipstick at the end. I just got back from a trip to Texas and all of my makeup is still in my travel bag. This bag holds so much makeup though, I love it. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original on my eyes. Blend that into my skin real quick. So first up, we're going to be using one of my favorite eyeshadow shades from the Mini Breaker palette by Jeffree Star. It is the Hot Fudge. Look at that color, it's just so delicious. What am I doing? I don't know why I tried to eat it. We're gonna dip into Hot Fudge with a big fluffy brush and just put it all over your eyeball in the crease. We are gonna leave some space here on the eye and in the front to put a lighter color though. That looks terrible on camera. I promise it's not that patchy in real life. Or maybe it is. That is a little patchy. Well, shit. I don't know why this happens, but if you guys can see right here, it looks like the shadow doesn't want to stick to my eye skin. So it happens sometimes, right? Just look at this eye. This eye is, well, that looks patchy too. Never mind, trust the process. We're only using 3 colors for this, by the way. It's super simple. So once you have this shape where it brings your eyeball up, then we are going to go into a black shadow. This is the Urban Decay Blackout. I love this stuff, been using it for years, and the same brush because I can. And just put that in the outer corner of your eyeball, smoke it out, make it dark, make it gothic. Goth Queen. And remember what I said earlier, we are going to leave some space here for a lighter color. You'll see why in just a moment. I don't know why people are always shocked when those of us with darker aesthetics love Disney and other things like that. Just because I look like I'm dead doesn't mean I can't enjoy life. So we've got our black shadow on, looking good. I mean, this is a little patchy, but let's just not look at that right now. Now I'm going into my Lunatic Cosmetics Labs contour palette, the first one, and we're going to be using this beautiful matte white shade. This is super white. And on a flat packing brush, although it doesn't really matter, I'm going to be putting that in the front part of the eyeball. And that just makes your eye look a lot bigger, opens it up, and just blend it into wherever you left off the fudge color and the black. So now, taking that same brush from earlier, very gently, because you don't want to muddle that white color, blend out the outside edges into the fudge and the black. Glorious. Glorious. Okay, is anyone else as excited for the new Loki series? Because I'm very, very, very excited. I love Loki. I've been a fan of the character since 2011. Needless to say, I was obsessed with Loki in my youth, and I still kind of am as an adult. And for the final step on the eyes, you need to find a clean brush. That is the challenge. Ha! Found one. And just buff out, this has nothing on it by the way, and just buff out the edges to give you that really airbrushed look. So now I'm sure the part you've all been wondering, what eyeliner am I going to use? ColourPop. I was pleasantly surprised by how much I like this liner. This is the ColourPop liquid liner in the shade Numero Uno, aka the black one. I love how small the tip of this is. It's very precise, goes on super easily, so that's what we're gonna use today. Now I've got my reference picture of Sebastian Columbine. I love her. Her and her goth phase was just chef's kiss. So this is what I'm trying to look like today. I don't think I'm gonna achieve it, but I'll try. Do the easy part first and go across my upper lid. If you are intimidated, start somewhere that gives you comfort. So sorry. I don't know what it is about makeup or my lighting setup that makes me sneeze every frickin' time, but it does. As I was saying, if you want to do an intimidating eyeliner shape, start somewhere where you already feel confident, aka, for me, that is my upper eyelid line. In other words, just do something that you know you're not gonna mess up. Did one, now the challenge is to make this one look like this. I just copy and paste it. The hardest part for me is the inner corner wing. I always screw that up. I also have super watery eyes, which does not help. Aha! I did it. You can already see it really like bleeding into my waterline. Oh boy, y'all see that? This is the bad thing about my eyeballs and trying to do looks like this, because it always bleeds up into my eyeshadow and I don't know how to fix it. Oh yeah, that's gonna bleed too. Good. How do y'all get this to look good without it just bleeding out into your surrounding skin and eyeshadow? And then just bring that eyeliner right into your waterline or lower lash line. Alright, so now I'm going to do a fairly new product in my collection, but I like it a lot. It is the KVD Beauty Lash Liner. I don't know if they still make this. I found this at a TJ Maxx at a heavily discounted price, and I had to try it. And I love it. The only bad thing is, if you are a contacts wearer like me, you may want to hold your eye open to let this dry before closing it, because it got all over my contact, and I had to take my contact out. So this is a liquid eyeliner for your waterline, and it actually stays really well. I love it. It's super black. As you can see, it's already getting on my eye. So I don't know if y'all can see, but this eye started to water a lot after I applied that, but my waterline is still super dark. I'm just waiting for this one to dry. Everything else I've ever used in my waterline, like pencils, eyeshadow, always ends up looking patchy, but this, gorgeous. Don't you just love it when your eyeliner goes right into your under eye bags? That's a look. There we go, looking good. You know, it's so funny. When I was younger, I used to think that this was so much makeup, and it is, but now I just feel like that's it. I need to add more. This is nothing. So now to smoke up this look even more, I'm adding that black shade from Urban Decay right in my crease here, and I'm gonna connect it right onto my wing. I'm really focusing that right in my crease. I'm also going to take that same shadow on that same brush and smoke out my lower lash line. Just keeping it right here on my eye. So next, to amp this up even more, I'm going to use some glitter on the bare spots of my eyes. I'm going to try this one called Lumos from LA Splash Cosmetics, but I haven't used this in a long time, so it may be dead. Oh yeah. So that is what I've been looking for. And I'm going to use a little teeny tiny brush to blend out that edge there. And I'm doing the same exact thing with the outer wing. And I find that when you're applying the glitter, if you blend out the edge of it using your finger, it looks a lot better than if it just stops in a straight line. And final step for the eyes are the lashes. These are my favorite She Glam lashes from Shein. These don't have any kind of name on them, but this is what they look like. And I'm going to try to pick the least dirty pair off of here to use. I'm going to use my favorite lash adhesive, which is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. So what I do is I just draw a little strip right where I know my lashes are going to be on my eyeliner. The dry time is so much less using this method, and I also find my lashes stay a lot longer too. Let that dry for a bit and then just put your lashes right on top. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I usually like to pick off any old glue from the lashes while I'm waiting. Alright, glue is clear, here we go. And it's as simple as that. Wow, the difference a lash makes. It's amazing. Now, onto the face. I forgot to add mascara. I always do that when I'm doing tutorials. I forget mascara is a thing. So just add some mascara. I'm using a Rimmel Wonderluxe Volume in black. So on my face I do have some acne spots. I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Longwear Concealer. I've used this as foundation. It's amazing. I just dot it on areas I want to conceal and then blend it out. I like doing this underneath my foundation because then this really just spot conceals and covers up all my redness. And I'm blending that out using my black sponge from Shein. This was $2 and it came with a cute little stand. Love this thing. Look how pigmented that concealer is. It's insane. So there's a concealer all blended out. And for foundation today, I'll be using my favorite Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation in shade 120. So now that that is all blended out, I'm going to be taking my Jeffree Star Magic Powder Translucent Powder. I love the smell of this powder. I don't really know what the scent is, but it just smells delicious. I'm taking that on a powder brush and just pressing that into my forehead, which is the place I wrinkle the most easily, around my smile lines, and anywhere I don't want my concealer to have as much texture. Now I'm going to bronze up my skin using the Bahama Mama by The Balm. So cute. Taking that on a contour brush and just putting that where my cheekbones are. I always try to center this in between my eye and my ear, so about halfway, which is right there. I also bring some up on my temples. That difference though, bronzed, not bronzed. It's like a blank canvas. Just for funsies, I also like to take a little bit down the sides of my nose and underneath the contour as well. Going back into my Lunatic Cosmetic Labs contour book, I'm going to use this shade just to deepen and make my contour even darker. One thing I love to do if my contour looks a little too harsh or too intense, I take that same powder brush and I just blend it up. That takes away some of the intensity of the powder and just makes it look more airbrushed. This also works for blush too if you put on too much blush. And now I'm just going to add a hint of blush. This is the Il Maquillage Baked Blush in Lady Marmalade. This is such a pretty blush. I also like that this is an illuminating blush, so it has some sparkle to it. Just really lights up your face. Next is my favorite part, which is highlighting. I'm going to take these glitter drops from Cover FX. This is in the shade Mirage. I only have that much. And even this is probably too much. Oh baby, look at that shine. I love this shade, it's so pretty. Oh, gorgeous, that goes so well with the glitter on my eyes too. Now because the rest of this look is very intense, I'm gonna go for an intense brow today using the KVD Beauty Super Brow in the shade Granite. I'm gonna use the Jeffree Star X Morphe Brow Brush. So there are the brows, all dones, not twins, but sisters. And for the final touch in this look, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in the shade Designer Blood. And I think for the final touch, because I want my highlight to be a little more intense, I'm going to use the Anastasia Snowflake Loose Highlighter. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now that is blinding. Now my face is complete. So that is it for my trad goth inspired makeup tutorial. Hope you enjoyed. I feel really sexy and confident in this look, and it makes me very happy to have it come out so well. Also, I know you can't see right now, but look at the sleeves of this bodysuit I'm wearing. Oh, they're amazing. It is from my recent haul with Doll Scale. If you haven't seen that, I'll put it up in the cards. Go check it out. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!